Hi, this time we are going to talk about African arts because we are doing an exhibition named The Colors of Africa, the lives of Mozambique people. So let me tell you something about African arts first. Africa is actually the origin of human being. They have 54 countries in total. So throughout history, and because of that many countries in Africa, throughout history and across the continent, there are many beautiful artworks, and it's in a very vast and diverse artistic tradition, actually.
And throughout its history, there would appear a particular kind of art in a particular place and time that's very brilliant and remarkable.
African arts has three special highlights. One is their use of color, which is always vibrant and bold. The other is their use of textile art is very common and very brilliant in some place. And also the sculpture is also a very common form and very brilliant creation of art. Sculpture and also the mask. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about our first artist, is Pedro. Pedro, what's so special about Pedro is that when I first saw his paintings, I loved him very much. He told me he likes to depict the ordinary lives of the people because they are living in Africa. Their lives are difficult, and even though they are difficult, they also feel happy and relaxed about life. So he's using this kind of color, very vibrant, very vivid, to tell or to have a very positive outlook on life, even though they are facing many difficulties. And one thing about him is he used a kind of textile which is called batik, which is very common in Zimbabwe and Mozambique because he lived in Mozambique for 18 years. And this batik is special and common in the two countries. And he used this batik to paint on. He's using a kind of baking flour mixed with fabric paint to do the paint, to paint on. And so this is very uniquely African. And some people told me when they saw this painting, they look like, Picasso's artwork look like Picasso a lot. Actually, do you know Picasso learned from African art? So you can see here this painting Picasso did in 1907. Some critics may think this actually is the start of Western new history in Western history. New modern art history. So actually, Picasso was inspired by African arts. So that's why you can see here they are the African sculptures. So you see, Pedro, he's borrowing the human figures from African sculptures and also the mask to do the painting, to depict the ordinary people. In such way, actually, it made the people, he transcend these human figures into a very conceptual images on the painting. That's what's so interesting about him because it's actually a interplaying or crossing between the two art forms. And that's why I love this kind of interplay or crossing of the two art forms very much. So when you see his painting, you will see actually the sculptures on painting. But it's a painting, but you see the sculpture, African sculptures. So that's very interesting. And also you see, even though he drew the bird here also, and the African colors here, they are all very conceptual images. So the second artist is Nino. Nino was awarded for his sculpture. He has a very good technique, and he also does paintings. He's invited to exhibit in Europe for several times, and he also got some collectors worldwide. So you can see actually his career is rising and progressing. So that's why his artworks are good to collect. He also likes to tell the ordinary life of Africa. So you can see the title, African Sky, Shepherd Boy, Window, and About Night. He's a bit different from Pedro, even though it's also African, very African color. And what he wants to tell you is also ordinary, something about ordinary life, but he's using his imagination to paint what he wants to tell you. So this is very abstractive, but at the same time, you will feel very exotic. That's what is so interesting about him. And he likes to use also recycled textile to do the painting. Here, if you have a close look, you will see these are pieces of recycled textile. As I said, to do artwork on textile is a very common form of art in Africa. And also this painting is the same. This is not normal canvas. It's actually a blue textile he likes to paint on. And about his sculpture, you see here these figures. He used all the natural wood to combine with his imagination to tell the story also of the ordinary people. Like this is a fat woman, this is a family. So what he is doing is actually an interlock between nature and human. He used something natural to tell the story about the ordinary people. It's actually an interlock between the nature and the ordinary people he's doing. And also in this way, he's actually having a love and respect to both nature and ordinary people. These two figures, they are not just as raw as these sculptures. He also can show you how skillful he is. These are wood, the nature, from nature, he took from the nature, and then but he can do it, make it very refined and very polished. And you can see the details of his skills. Okay. This is Samuel. Samuel also likes to tell you about the stories of the ordinary life and also the social or political or economic aspects of Mozambique people. And so in such a way, you will know he's having very critical attitude to do his artwork. As he told me, he wants to let people know what's happening or the problems Africa is facing today. So this is the direction of his creation. And every of his artwork has a story. For example, this one, the title is called I've Lost Trust in You. It's actually talking about two children. They are facing the war or difficulties in Africa or any inequality, any government corruption, any such kind of problems. But they are suffering, but still they are able to come out of it. So that's why Samuel likes to use this kind of color. You will see it's very pastel. Actually, it's not something related to any problem or suffering. The color he uses is very colorful and it's actually pastel, soft. And he also likes to use collage with some symbols to do his artwork. And he wants to make the lines and the collage and all the colors well composed on his artwork. That's what he wants to do visually. But actually, you will see he's actually very surrealistic, even though he's telling you a story. But it's not any story you can see here. It's actually everything surrealistic from his mind that he wants to paint and let you see. And this one, the other one is about COVID. Same. He thinks people work together, all people in the world work together, and somehow we've been able to overcome this big disease that damaged human. But finally, we are able to defeat COVID and then return to a normal life. So what he wants to tell you is also very positive. So by the way he used the color, they are also very pastel and colorful. And also he likes to use the lines and the composition together to do it in a very well-balanced picture to let you see on the canvas.
Samuel has a master's degree in visual art and design. He's been invited to exhibit overseas and got worldwide collectors.